Hello, hello, hello! Greetings so appropriate I used it 3 times. Welcome to another gear review with me, Anjay. Today we are looking at the Joyo UZI. Now, the Joyo UZI is designed to be kind of a powerful, highly distorted amp in a box. You might have seen my comparison of this to the Boss Power Stack a few weeks ago. If not, I'll put it in the cards. It's got a few tricks up its sleeve. The main one being that it has a bias control that allows you to go from kind of a Marshally sound to a Mesa Boogie type sound. And it has a full 3-band EQ. It also has some really cool lighting, which you'll see in a minute. In fact, if I plug a battery in, there, the ends light up. And you can set it so that they're either lit up all the time, like I have at the moment, so that when it's on your board you know where it is, or with a flick of a switch at the back you can have it synchronised to the on-off switch, or you can just have it off entirely. Let's hear what it sounds like and then we'll have a little chat about it. Alright, so we're all set up. I am putting the Uzi to 12 o'clock on everything, and I'm going to, in traditional fashion, give you a clean tone. This is obviously Loretta going through bridge pickup. There is my dry, clean tone. Now then, if we engage young Uzi here, that's with everything at 12 o'clock. If I roll the gain all the way to 0, just so you can get an idea of what 0 gain sounds like on the Uzi. That's 0 gain. If I roll it all the way the other way, so there's a vast array of gains available there, just on the gain control itself. Now, before I go into the rest of the controls, I'm gonna aim at the number one question that I've had so far is how does this clean up with the volume control on the guitar? So, volume full, we're back to 12 o'clock. I'm on 0 volume here. So the answer is quite well, actually. It does clean up rather nicely, which I was surprised at, being how high gain this is. One of the coolest features of the Joyo, other than cool lighting, is the bias control. Now, the 3-band EQ is awesome, but the bias control is the bit that makes it really interesting, because this allows you to move between a looser kind of British sound to a tighter American sound, so Marshall to Mesa. And you do that with this little control here. Rolling it all the way that way gives you a more Marshally sound, so about this way gives you more Mesa sound. It's kind of slightly more biting, tighter sound, and you can blend anywhere in between. I tend to have it in the middle because I like that kind of it just gives you a bit more definition on individual notes. 3-band EQ is also awesome for a pedal like this. For £50, a 3-band EQ on this pedal's quite impressive. Going from here, we've got bass. Middle. Scoop those mids. and of course treble. Well, if we roll up towards the Mesa side of the bias as well. No mids or the treble. You could cut wood with that buzzsaw. Roll it all back to 12 o'clock. In fact, no, let's just try and find a sound like. So I'm going to scoop the mids a little bit of high, gain all the way up, of course. I like it a lot. Now, I've got to say, as I said at the end of the demo, you know, I like this pedal a lot. There are things I don't like about this pedal. We'll talk about I'll talk about those first, actually. I don't like these plastic, horrible controls. These are the nastiest, cheapest looking control knobs I've ever seen. Which is a shame, because the actual potentiometers all feel amazingly smooth. But they chose to top it off with these cheap, horrible plastic knobs. I mean, everything else is built like a tank. This is, you know, solid metal. There's nothing surface mounted. Even these little controls here aren't surface mounted. So that you're not pressing straight down onto the circuit board with these. Other than that, though, I mean, yeah, as I said, it's built like a tank. It sounds incredible, I think. I did the comparison with this against the Boss Power Stack, and this won for me hands down. As you can tell, I've got the little sock protector cover here, so this is on my pedal board at the moment. But yeah, I just think this kind of covers all the high gain ranges I need, and cleans up nicely when you roll the volume off on the guitar. Price-wise, this comes in around about £50, which I think is a really good value for money pedal. I think it's based on a Friedman pedal. I can't remember the model number, but I think it's based on one of their high gain pedals, which probably costs a lot more. So for me, this represents really good value for money, really good tone. I mean, some of the sounds you can get out of this are fantastic. It looks the business. That's not really much more I can say about it. This is a great pedal. If you're looking for high gain, then I highly recommend the Joyo UZI. But what do you think? You know, did it sound good? Did it sound too cutting, not cutting enough, not enough gain, too much gain? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe, hit the bell. If you're feeling very generous, head over to Patreon and support the site if you can. These are not being donated to the site. These are being paid for by myself at the moment. And until next time, I will see you soon.